I think the Portsmouth game was really critical to win because of we lost to them in playoffs last year. So I think it was just really great to beat them finally.
Yeah, so last year we lost to them in playoffs and we were eliminated because of them. So it felt really good to beat them with multiple goals on the board. So yeah, it felt really good to see our forward line. They did amazing, and it just felt so good.
It felt so good. The satisfaction of beating them, it was a very, very good feeling. I was very pleased with how well everyone played.
Portsmouth, sadly, it was like they scored quick, which was after a long bus ride and kind of getting there. It was sad that within a minute we found ourselves down, but from that point on, I just really liked how they played. They were attacking, they were creating great options, and I felt like both Portsmouth and Hollis Brookline felt like complete games where just they were really sticking to what our game plan had been going into it, and it looked great.
Portsmouth with me, like it's kind of like that irrational fear where it's like whenever you hear Portsmouth, you're like, ooh, like, and to lose to them in playoffs last year, it was kind of like that redemption piece. So it's like we really, really wanted to win against that one, even if their record wasn't as great as last year. But I think getting those 2 wins were really crucial for our this upcoming week, because this week is really important.
I mean, it's still, I think that wound is a little raw, but then at the same point, it's a new season, new team, so you don't want to give that too much life. I will say, like, after they scored after 48 seconds, I was thinking this was going to be a replay all over again of how 1 minute of a game can change the whole outcome, but honestly, to this team's credit, I just think they took control and ran with it. I think Shannon Gifford had a phenomenal game where she scored 2 outstanding goals, and just collectively the whole team played well. My attacking 3, I haven't seen them play like that yet this season, so it was exciting to watch them really start to create those sequences and passing amongst themselves and just attack the goal.
It's really hard, especially knowing that it's senior night. I don't think it still hit me that was my last time playing on that field.
I was just kind of shocked. Like, it felt so weird. Like, I still can't really believe that I'm a senior, and it just felt so weird having that be my last regular season home game. But they threw a cute little party, and it was just so fun. I just loved it. My team's amazing.
So, of course I was sad, definitely. And I just wanted to play and just play the last home game with, like, my best friends. But at the same time, I was excited. But I also kind of, like, knew, like, okay, this is Hollis Brookline, how they are. But again, we can't take any team lightly at this point. We just have to keep the intensity up and just keep going, because going into playoffs, it's really important.
I was still kind of like ignoring it, being like, oh, like I'm not actually a senior, like I still have another year to play. But when walking onto the field and seeing everyone there, like waiting for us, it was such a weird feeling. Like I felt really awkward knowing that I wouldn't be able to be with all these girls again next year, and it was really sad, but a fun game.
Kind of sad for it being like the last time we were going to be on that field playing together. It was also bittersweet. Like I think we all made it like a really memorable time.
The last 4 years, their hard work, determination, humor, and passion has left a lasting impression on their teammates and coaches. As strong as they are as athletes, they're even better people. We could not be prouder of all they have accomplished on and off the field. Remember that you will always be a part of the Goffstown Grizzly hockey family. Goffstown Field Hockey family. Congratulations. First, Emily Campbell. She's joined on the field by her parents Renee and Brian, as well as her brother Austin. Next, Molly Jorzak. As well as her sisters Hannah and Megan. And next we have Julia Lambert. She's joined on the field by her parents Wendy and Jason, as well as her brother Braden. Next, we have Alexa Minnick, joined on the field by her parents, Heather and Lee, as well as her siblings, Alicia, Brad, Cole, Hannah, Mason, and Kobe. And we have Mac Potvin. She's joined on the field by her parents, Kathleen and Alan, and her sister, Casey. And finally, we have Emma Rivas. She's joined on the field by her parents, Carrie and Brian.
I'm a sucker. It's always hard to say goodbye to your groups, and I've been fortunate throughout the years that I just have so many teams that you kind of just fall in love with and enjoy being a part of, and this team and this senior class are no exception. These six, they have started since their sophomore year. They have had integral roles in the program for the last 4 years. They each just bring some pretty amazing skills to the team. I don't even know if they're aware of what their potential is right now. They're just incredible people who are good field hockey players, who are good leaders, and so it's that piece of, as a coach, I want to stay focused. We've got a game. What are we going to do? But as a human being, your heart's a little sad because you know the moments are fleeting, and you're not quite ready to say goodbye.
Extremely determined to win just because it was our last regular season home game. It was senior night. We wanted to get a ton of goals on the board and finish our season out strong, and I think we did it pretty well.
Like a few minutes to kind of get adjusted to the game and how they were playing. I do think they came out stronger than we thought they were going to be. We thought it was just going to be like an easy blowover, but they came to win, so we had to adjust to that. But I think after we got that first goal, it was kind of like, oh, okay, well, let's just keep doing this because it's working. So we just kept.
No, again, kudos to this team because I think just that off, we had given them 3 days too, so I was hoping that would more feel like it rested our bodies rather than kind of we weren't as sharp. But I think they enjoyed, I think the seniors enjoyed what the underclassmen had done to honor them. I think it was a sweet moment, but to this group's credit, I think once we started to warm up, it was a quick transition, and I really felt like we were celebrating the seniors, but they also understood what our end goal was as far as the game and what we need to do against Hollis Brookline.
gonna lie, I kind of felt like a rock star. It was really incredible. Like the first goal, it was obviously kind of like the other team tipped it in, but it still counts as my goal, whatever. And then I got 2 more, and everyone was like, "Oh, like you got a hat trick," and I was like, "Well, sort of, but not really." So I was really aiming to get that last kind of touch, and then with 1 second left, I scored, and I got the last one, and so it was kind of like, yes, like I finally got it. Like it was really cool because I've never scored more than 2 goals in a game, so getting 4, it was kind of like.
Emily, if you don't know this, Emily started as a defender her sophomore year, and then her junior year, I made her switch to attack, and so and she did it quite seamlessly. It's just unbelievable to watch her, and I think she's a very unselfish player. So she's leading our team with assists right now. There's been a lot of goals that she's set up, and maybe it isn't her name that is getting that credit, but she's done a lot of work inside the circle. She's relentless. She is quick to ask what she can do better. So to watch her have a game where she can just kind of light it up on the scoreboard, it was exciting and deserved. And I mean, it's I'm losing my words, but I was very proud of her. Intentional. I mean, I think that our scoreline, one, gave us the opportunity to keep the flow of subs going at a nice pace so that people, we had 18 players who played in that game and contributed to the win. And it's bittersweet. The seniors have left a beautiful impact on our program over the last 3 years, but it was pretty exciting to also kind of see where we might be going in the future as well.
It was like like a glimpse into the future, but it was really cool just looking and being like, just seeing how well they were doing now and just knowing that next year they're going to be even better.
It was really cool. They all have really good skill, and it didn't really, the movement of the ball and like the communication didn't really change much at all. So I think that looks really good for the years to come and how they're going to be playing in those years. So I think it's really great for them to be able to play up with us.
It's definitely interesting to see. I loved seeing them play, and I definitely thought, like, during the game I was like, okay, Sarah will be in goal. This is so weird. Like, she definitely deserves it. But like at the same time, it's like, oh, like all my friends and we're all leaving, and I keep saying, I'm like, in a year like from today, like I'll be in college and I'll be off, and like it's gonna be so weird not to be in high school anymore and just seeing that. But I think the girls will definitely be able to hold their own next year, for sure.
felt amazing, especially for senior night, knowing that we just completely dominated in all aspects of the field, offense and defense. It was very nice.
Yeah, a little bit. I feel like this was the shortest season that I've ever had, like from these like past 4 years. We're all talking about it, like we want to stay with each other until the end. So as much of the playoff games that we can win, we can stay with each other longer. It's just, yeah, it's kind of sad.
Yeah, I definitely think like the progression has really been good throughout our season, and I think we've really been working on our conditioning because it has been an issue in the past where we've kind of got worn out during games and we haven't been able to keep up with other teams. But I think this year it's definitely shown that we can keep up and even like exceed expectations with the conditioning wise.
I would still say the communication. We've been practicing it and we've been getting better, but if we can hit that in our last 2 games, then everything will just come together and we'll really be flowing and connecting and moving together as a whole group.
I think we need to work on a couple more things like communication. Communication has always been a big one all season, but today we did a ton of drills working on communication, and we ended with a scrimmage at practice today, and I think our communication was pretty good. So if we keep working on that, I think we'll be really good.
Skill-wise, we've definitely like improved. Like you can see that more people are using their poles, more people are using their stick skills instead of just dribbling right into someone else. So I think that's really going to be important against games like Pelham and then our first playoff game, depending on who that is. I think just using our stick skills and like communicating, like seeing where other people are and anticipating the passes, like those will be really important for us to use during these next few games.
I definitely do feel like we are in a good place, and the right place too, but at the same time we can't take these teams lightly. We have to keep going into it thinking that this game is going to be tough, like that we're not guaranteed any wins, so we have to go out and try our hardest and just keep pushing to make